What's up, YouTube? This is Slidey Fry here. So, again, I'm a little bit late with it, but I just had work and other things going on. Um, as stated in a community post last week, I still have plans to make an edit of Brendan Fraser in celebration of his Oscar victory, his long-awaited, well-deserved Oscar victory. Such a feel-good story after everything he went through. It's really nice to see him be rewarded in his amazing comeback. I also still plan to make my edit of a short for Michelle Yeoh. She's also a feel-good story. She's an older actress from China, or from in Asia originally, and she. I love when she said, "Don't let anybody tell you you're no longer in your prime." I mean, that's a great representation because she's like even more famous now than she ever was, you know, in what a lot of people would consider to be their prime, you know. Um, Anyways, my wife and I last Saturday went to another San Jose Sharks game. As you know, as some of you may know, last month we went to go see Patrick Marleau, the first ever San Jose Sharks player to have his jersey retired. It was a wonderful ceremony. I uploaded a short of that, and I uploaded an edit of most of the footage we recorded from that ceremony before watching the Sharks lose to the Blackhawks 5-4 in a shootout. But it was a close game. What was important was the ceremony. However, we last Saturday went to see their Pride game and got some Pride merch. It's really beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, I was even complimented on the shirt yesterday. I better set this down somewhere. Anyway, let's get started on reacting to the Nostalgia Critic. He called the third film, At World's End, the worst film, but I think the fourth film, the one he's reviewing now, On Stranger Tides, that's the worst film of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's entertaining, but it's definitely just not a particularly good film. I think all the other films are good, including Dead Men Tell No Tales. Although it wouldn't appear like that if you saw my Knuckles Approves Johnny Depp memes video. I put it near the bottom because of the Amber Heard disgusting bullshit. But anyway, let's continue and watch Nostalgia Critic.
Today. Also brought to you by Kudos. Earn more whenever you shop by doubling your rewards with Kudos today. Guess what? I'm coming to Dublin. Come see me in Ireland at Vaticon, March 25th to the 26th. And the weekend right after that, you can best take something that's money than its predecessor. Though At World's End did well, it still made less money than its predecessor, Dead Man's Chest. It did still make money though. So, 4 years later, despite the films being called a trilogy, meaning stopping at 3, Disney does what it does best, take something that made money and squeeze even more money out of it. And yeah. Brother, does it exist.
Funny how you mentioned Little Mermaid, and there's mermaids in this film.
Give it World's End credit, it may be the worst of the movies, but I do remember it. I was actually kind of astonished how little impact on Stranger Tides left on me. The funny thing is, this is the first film to get rid of characters that many consider dead weight, like Will and Elizabeth. Yet somehow attached even heavier dead weight with the people in this.
Yeah,
I really thought just focusing on Jack Sparrow finding treasure would make this more fun, but not only do they still add incredibly complicated story threads, but almost nothing about the film stands out. I guess it is shorter than the last one, clocking in at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yikes, that's like a Pixar short compared to At World's End. But what difference does it make if you forget you even watched the movie? Well, we're gonna take a closer look and see where it all capsized. This is... I already forgot. On Stranger Tides, thank you.
Already
Boy, they
forgot.
laid on the budget cuts after the last one. Look at the Black Pearl. Screw that! Look at the mermaids! This man says he found the ship originally searching for the Fountain of Youth and brought back Dad's Grail diary on it.
The fountain of youth.
That guy's a liar. Now, if you want the real Fountain of Youth, I know a guy who's been there. Cut to London, where apparently
I
Jack
don't
Sparrow is
understand the
captured and
reference.
about to be executed.
Hurry, Papa, or we're missing the hanging.
It's not a hanging, dear. It's a trial. Hanging comes this afternoon.
Ah, trial by Twitter. Nah, I'm just kidding. They never give a trial.
No
Jack
kidding.
once again
They
has
never
a great
do.
intro as we think.
Yeah. I think they played that for laughs in the movie, but that's, what do you think about it? That's really fucked up how the kid's excited to watch a hanging. Like, oh my god. But yeah, the trial by Twitter thing. Speaking of which, we all know that Johnny Depp is innocent. Amber Heard is the abuser. Johnny Depp did not deserve to go through what he went through. I do, however, have some news that, thanks to a Charles Perallo short I saw yesterday, Amber Heard's fight against her insurance is now a loss. The courts favored the insurance, so Amber Heard will have to pay up, but unfortunately they settled for less, which I think sucks. I mean, $1 million is a lot of money, but compared to the about $8 million that she was supposed to pay when you add and subtract certain things, um, I'm still a little disappointed that she kind of got off with paying a lot less than she had owed. And she's still not satisfied with that. It's pathetic. I will say at the very least she's going to pay a lot of money towards Johnny Depp. And anyways, the other thing I was going to mention was Justin Roiland. So what I heard about Justin Roiland was that he was fired from, I guess it's Warner Brothers, who's behind, HBO Max and Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, whatever. They're not behind Hulu, although I think they have a partial ownership of it. The majority ownership's Disney now, obviously, since they took over Fox. But anyway, it turns out that Justin Roiland, the charges were let go, or there wasn't enough evidence. So once again, someone lost their job, lost their livelihood over just accusations. When is it finally going to be? It's like what Doug Walker. It's like what Nostalgia Critic just said. Trial by Twitter. There's no trial. There is no trial. They decide that you're guilty automatically without actually giving you a chance to have your day in court first. And corporations are falling for it. Stop trying to appease Twitter. I mean, Twitter is toxic. There's a reason why I don't really log on to Twitter that much. I don't log on to Facebook that much either. Typically, the only reason I really log on to those sites is to self-promote my YouTube content. That's it. But, sometimes I log on to it to check on some conversation, or I've logged on to it because I'm having an issue with DoorDash, which is my job. I mean, if I can't get support from DoorDash itself, I gotta try to find other ways to talk to them. Or even talk to members of DoorDash driver groups on Facebook. I've talked to them too. But anyway, yeah, it's toxic. I remember years ago, Matt Damon had admitted that he. I don't remember exactly what was said. It's been a couple years now, but pretty much he had said that he learned from his daughter not to use certain words, fag, for example, not to use them so casually, basically, to not use them at all. And then because he admitted that he learned from that and learned that he shouldn't be saying that, a Twitter mob wanted him canceled. It's like, dude, he admitted to it. Now, calm down. Like, can you imagine if somebody was like super duper racist and then like they decided that they learned from their ways, they're not racist anymore? Heck, maybe they even decide to marry somebody who was a different race, like how I'm married to a Mexican woman or Hispanic woman. She's really American. She's from here. English is her first language. But anyway, but she's Hispanic. Like I'm, interracial relationships, and yet when this guy admits that he was racist and wishes he never was and has learned not to be, a Twitter mob attacks him anyways because he was racist in the first place, like decades ago. Like, hey, how do you expect people to learn from their transgressions if you're just going to hold it against them when they admit to it later and have decided to change? Anyways, yeah, that's Twitter mafia BS. But yeah, Justin Roiland is cleared of all charges. And I didn't know about this until I saw a video yesterday from Popcorn Plant that pointed out that it was all started thanks to that stupid reporter from NBC who NBC needs to fire her. She makes stuff up on the spot and they just kind of let her do it. There was no evidence behind trying to rile people up against him. The accuser against Justin Roiland had no evidence of any kind of abuse at all. Must have been just an angry ex, really. I mean, you can't just always believe what it's said. You have to still question things. If it's about abuse, you got to question things. You got to be sure. You can't just assume. Anyways, I'm sorry, Justin Roiland, that you got screwed over false accusations, and I hope you can continue on. I love Solar Opposites, and not even because of the aliens. It's actually because of that the Wall. That world of shrunken humans that should be its own show. That's so much more interesting than the aliens themselves in Solar Opposites. Of course, there's Rick and Morty. That's what he's mainly known for. And there's another show, but yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have lost his job over false accusations. Hopefully he'll be back and fine. When I continue this video, just kind of went off on a tangent.
He's the one that's on trial when in fact it's Gibbs.
Sparrow is not my name. My name is Josh.
Papa, we missed the hanging.
It's not a hanging, dear. It's a trial. Hanging comes this afternoon.
Trial by Twitter. Nah, I'm just kidding. They never give a trial.
They never do. No kidding.
Once again, has a great intro as we think he's the one that's on trial when in fact it's Gibbs.
Sparrow is not my name. My name is Joshua Gibbs.
Is that so? It says Jack Sparrow here.
When Santa Christ got drunk and dressed like Will Ferrell from Zoolander. That was a fun Thanksgiving. He gets Gibbs off the hook and says he needs him to find the Fountain of Youth with the map he has.
I thought you were employed elsewhere or otherwise engaged.
But I always listened like a thief for news of the Black Pearl.
Also, Jack, nobody's buying your natural blonde. You look like Wolverine Papa Smurf. Touché. He's captured again, though. Yeah, he's April O'Neil. I'm convinced he's captured more than he roams free in these movies. And he's talked to by that guy the 90s always called, oh hey, that guy. He plays
George Augustus, Duke of Brunswick-Lundberg, Arch-Treasurer and Prince-Elector of the Holy Roman Empire, King of Great Britain and Ireland.
that.
And Father Dursley in Harry Potter, I'm pretty sure.
Who's interested in finding the fountain as well. But it looks like so is another familiar face.
Afternoon, sire.
Hey, who left their Jeffrey Rush in the milk too long? By the way, am I the only one who thinks these British voices are so silly it's gonna break out into a Monty Python sketch soon?
Oh my
Rewarded
god.
with the high station you so desire.
To serve doth suffice, sire.
I understand everything.
Now, offer him some spam! Jack, as usual, manages to get out. Okay, I'll give the film a point for swinging on a chandelier. I'm a sucker for that. And escapes into this strange cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it?
Asked everyone wondering, was that Judi Dench?
That was.
Speaking of which, hi, I'm here to be wasted twice. In more ways than one.
I heard where you're headed. The fountain.
Keith Richards returns as Jack's dad, and he tells him he'll need 2 chalices for the fountain.
2 chalices. 2 silver. From the Ponce de Leon ship.
Odd. I'm sure this in no way ties into a dramatic payoff and/or emotional twist. This film's gonna be full of surprises. Once again, though, Keith does get one solid line.
Have you been there?
Does this face look like it's been to the Fountain of Youth?
All right, that's not bad. Now get over here.
But it looks like someone is impersonating Jack, saying he needs a crew to find the fountain. And it turns out it's...
No, it's too stupid.
Indeed it is. It's his girlfriend, Angelica, played by Penelope Cruz, dressing like Jack and somehow fooling all these people.
Hello, Jack. You were the only pirate I thought I would pass for.
Jesus, how could you believe someone with eyeliner, long hair, and does everything with their palms up is a woman? You know what, maybe if they did that joke, I'd let it slide, but they didn't, so I'm not. This is stupid.
I was ready to take my vows. What were you doing in a Spanish convent anyway?
Mistook it for a brothel. Honest mistake.
The word nunnery does cause confusion in Elizabethan slang. The word nunnery does cause confusion in Elizabethan slang.
Nunnery was an Elizabethan slang term for a brothel. That makes his suggestion that she should get herself to a nunnery doubly offensive. What the fuck?
Dang it! Why do we always corner people over trap doors in movies like this?
About the fountain, what do you know?
She reveals she's looking for the fountain as well, but he's knocked out before she can say more. Meanwhile, Gibbs is about to be hanged by Barbossa if he doesn't hand over the map.
You must lie in your bed the way you made it. What's happened to you?
You used to be so nice. He burns the map and says he committed it to memory, so he has to let him live.
All safe in here.
Well, that is very clever. I refuse to believe anyone could remember the complicated insanity of a pirate sequel's plot points.
That's pretty funny.
Jack wakes up aboard Angelica's ship with a crew that's half zombie, half idiot. Pretty much how you'll feel after watching most of this.
Zombie fight. Blackbeard's doing.
Yep, this film loves its tell don't show, as they reveal they have a captured mercenary. The ship is captained by Blackbeard, Angelica may or may not be his daughter, and nobody sees the captain, so they don't know if he's really there.
I'll be right honoured to welcome you aboard our world-renowned vessel of infamy.
It's been zombified. Makes him more compliant.
Maybe to his own daughter, who loves her dear papa with all her soul.
He got captured in the raid. Rest of the ship got killed.
It's a prophecy. Blackbeard will meet his death within a fortnight.
First mate, sticking her neck to some prisoner.
I just love an audiobook of the movie you're watching, don't you? Again, I could maybe get behind this if the humor was good, but while it's not god-awful, it's not funny either. The only ones who occasionally get a giggle is the dopey crew. I think they picked really good actors to make these lines a lot funnier than they are.
You have been monstrously deceived.
We are decepted then.
Yes.
But bizarrely enough, one of the oddest mistakes seems to be in the casting. As Jack convinces the crew to mutiny, figuring Blackbeard isn't there, but then he reveals himself, played by Ian McShane. Now, Ian McShane seems born to play Blackbeard. The appearance, the voice, I mean, just look at him. This should be right. But strangely, he seems miscast.
Chance to show the worth of your prayers. May he be delivered from evil?
I think it's his inflections. Every line sounds like a rehearsal take.
Would be that, first mate.
Mutiny, Captain.
Again.
Mutiny!
Aye.
Like, yeah, I'm half McShane right now, but when the camera rolls, it's gonna be full Deadwood, you know what I mean? But for whatever reason, he never gets there.
It be the cold breath of fate I feel down my nape, but I'll have one last fight.
He's off in a way that's not fun, it's just off. I can't even say he's really bad, because bad would be something. He's just there.
A fitting last sight for a doomed soul.
We need him.
If I don't kill a man every now and then, they forget who I am.
Coward!
I don't know. Compared to the Passion of Barbossa or Davy Jones, weirder, over-the-top performances that can be corny and odd, but also intimidating and memorable.
Yes.
This guy controls the ship with his sword, fires fire on his foes, shrinks ships down into bottles, and even makes voodoo dolls to control people. Yet his voice is like instant ADD. I am struggling to pay attention whenever he talks.
The quartermaster sees things before they happen. He has foreseen my death, and so the fates have spoken.
I don't want to be too mean to him because I think he is a cool actor, and sure, these guys are a lot more over the top, but I think there's a difference between a subtle performance and a, oh, I apologize, I forgot you were there.
Your crew sees you for the miscreant you are.
But I guess he is leaving more of an impact than bargain bin Will Turner. Yeah, the missionary is basically the Will Turner role just toned down, which, if you remember how bland that role was, means he's basically non-existent. But he's trying. Everyone's trying. There's just no life to this, no sense of passion. That is, unless the camera's on Barbossa.
Say what robs you of your staunch heart, Gibbs, or forever leave it to the wider fields of fancy.
He really is the peanut butter cup in the trick-or-treat bag full of good and plenty.
Mermaids. Aye, mermaid waters, that's be our path.
But don't worry, none of them are black, so you can save your selective outrage.
Oh. I did not expect a Little Mermaid reference right there. Oh, God. I actually did upload a short talking about how stupid it is that people are complaining over that. Check it out if you want. It was back in November or October. I don't know, but good one, Nostalgia Critic. I did not expect a joke about Little Mermaid. God, people complained so much about her being black in the live-action one. It's like, dude, shut up, man. Who cares? It's just a fairy tale. Nobody cared that Nick Fury had a race change in the MCU. Jeez.
That's a smart guy. To hell with... But don't worry, none of them are black, so you can save your selective outrage. That's a smart guy. To hell with hot women killing me, I'm gonna drown myself instead! Has this world ever seen Futurama?
Ooh, yes. Death by Snoo Snoo. God, that shit's so goddamn funny. Alright, before we continue, I just want to show a couple things. Whew. Shouldn't take long. Okay, that is a weird thumbnail. Alright, YouTube Studio. Alright. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, Knuckles. Knuckles approves Johnny Depp movies. I won't show a scene this time. I was talking long enough earlier on. I didn't really mean to. But please check it out. I worked hard on it. It wasn't like difficult to edit. It's just that there were some custom things I added in there. But yeah, check out my video from March 5th. Knuckles approves Johnny Depp movies. It's a lot of fun. It's based off of the Knuckles approves meme that was, I wouldn't say it was huge, but it was fun and going around a couple years ago and last year. I uploaded a little late when I uploaded this year. Not many people were watching it. And then I won't show a scene this time either. Almost Perfection, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl review. It took me 4 months to make this review. Now, if I was in the situation where I had a lot more free time, I probably would have had it done in maybe a month, maybe less. I think less, actually, but I just was so busy with work that I just didn't get to spend as much time editing as I'd like to. But not to worry, the edits I plan to make for Brendan Fraser and for Michelle Yeoh, they're going to be 1 minute shorts. They're not going to be, it was a 19-minute video, I think, for the Knuckles Approves meme and Knuckles Approves Johnny Depp movies, and it was 47 minutes for my Pirates of the Caribbean review. It's only just a 1 minute short that I'm doing for Brendan Fraser and Michelle Yeoh. I could easily just, use footage from an interview on my phone like I do for a lot of my Johnny Depp shorts, but being that it'll be the first I'll make, it'll be after their Oscar wins, I want to make it a little more grand by editing it all on the computer so I can add background music and add some cool like text and stuff like that and some other things. Why don't we continue with this reaction now?
Hi there. I'm here to talk to you about something exciting.
Los Polos?
Exciting as
Los Polos?
dinosaurs? No. Even more exciting. Kudos. If you shop online, you probably use an app to find the best coupons. And now, you should also use Kudos to get the most cash back. Now, that's not as exciting as zombies, but it could be, if it isn't. but it is. So you're wrong. Kudos is a free shopping extension that not only helps you pick up the best card to use at checkout, but also doubles your rewards on over 15,000 sites. That means if you usually get 3% back from your credit cards on Sephora, Booking.com, or even MeUndies, you'll now earn 6% with Kudos. That's basically free money. Now, I know it's not as exciting as free money. I think that's the thing I said, so it's exactly that. The best thing about Kudos is that it's so easy to use. Add Kudos to Chrome or your iPhone in just a few clicks, shop like normal, and Kudos will automatically appear at checkout
Android
to handle the rest. I was shopping on MeUndies the other day because I'm a sexy beast. And Kudos not only helped me get the most rewards, but also reminded me about other hidden card benefits like purchase protection. It's amazing. As amazing as a rainbow filled with spaceships? How dare you? It's okay, Kudos will take you back. This really is a no-brainer. In fact, Kudos has saved the average user over $750 per year. Imagine how much of my merchandise you can get for that. Now that's cool. As cool as a cool thing with another cool thing? No. So don't wait. Use the code Nostalgia to double your rewards and get Kudos for free by going to joinkudos.com/nostalgia. That's joinkudos.com/nostalgia, so they know we sent you. Earn more whenever you shop by doubling your rewards with Kudos today. That makes me so excited. I just want to sit down, stare blankly at something, and change my shirt. Hey, Doug. Hey, Doug. Happy birthday, Doug. Oh, is it my birthday, Doug? No, it isn't, Doug. Oh, sorry, Doug. It's okay, Doug. You still get a present, Doug. Why, thank you, Doug. You're welcome, Doug. Who got this for me, Doug? It's from you, Doug. Why, thank you, Doug. Because it's good to get you a present. You know, one of the most awesome days of the month is when our box of awesome from Bespoke Post arrives. So we're just going to go ahead and unbox this thing right now and tell you what we got. Okay, fast forward a bit. There we go. Doug.
Okay, Doug Walker.
Okay, enough of that. It's a Peak CPO jacket from Line of Trade. Why, that's a great company. They specialize in goods that were designed to withstand the rigors of day-to-day life. Wow. Why don't you go ahead and try it on, Doug? One of the coolest things about Bespoke Post is that every unique item is hand-curated from a small business that you probably would never have heard of otherwise. From cozy essentials to travel must-haves and cocktail kits, Box of Awesome has everything you need this month. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price. Plus, with each Box of Awesome, you'll be supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small, up-and-coming brand. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Look at that. You look just like the guy in the picture. What an unbelievable story. I tire of you. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Nostalgia at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Nostalgia for 20% off your first box. That's boxofawesome.com, code Nostalgia. This was a good day, Doug. Thank you, Doug. Farewell forever. The sponsorship is done.
Okay.
I won't miss you.
Goodbye! Goodbye!
Jack tries to negotiate with Angelica via dancing, which sounds fun, but is somehow even more boring than the regular exposition.
Where we shall bathe one another in equal shares of fame.
And I'll tell you the ritual of the fountain.
Maybe because the dancing is more waddling in place? Also, nobody seems to act on their emotions towards each other. Like, I don't believe for a second these two are in love. They just say they are.
You recall Saint Dominic?
I tried to kill you in Saint Dominique.
Surprised there wasn't an Amber Heard joke there. I mean, it's easy with that. That was an easy one. Because she was never in love with Johnny. She was just using him. Okay, that wasn't really a joke. That was just a fact. But, yeah. Okay.
Either or.
Angelica says she legit wants a connection with her father, but you don't feel that between these two. You barely even see them together.
That's true.
I want a father, Jack. I haven't had one.
Everything is described, not felt. It's like the difference between watching a porno and hearing an instructional guide on sex. Speaking of which.
I heard it said a kiss from a mermaid protects a sailor from drowning.
Don't be a fool. Mermaids are all female, son.
They're kinda like reverse Smurfs in that way.
Okay.
Lord save me.
So the mermaids are one of the few things I legit remember from this.
Oh yeah,
I feel
same
like
here.
killer versions of this creature have been done before, but they weren't really popular then, and you definitely didn't see them from Disney, so they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of love how they jump like flying fish from Super Mario Brothers. The missionary finds only one with big puppy dog eyes and stabs her. For God. And they bring her with because they need a mermaid tear for the fountain to work. Meanwhile, they let Jack lead the way, even though he's not entirely sure of his starting point.
Was that really necessary? Lest you not know the exact whereabouts of my ship, I'd be a cautious man.
Doesn't look like you took him that far. I think kids spun and hitting a pinata would be more lost.
She cannot breathe.
He has water.
She needs air.
The missionary starts to form a bond with the mermaid as he's one of the few showing her mercy when she has trouble breathing. Ah, doorstop. I hear Fox News uses their Bibles for that too. There's a confusing scene, imagine in these movies, where someone needs to jump off a cliff while everyone else goes another way. Angelica offers, but Blackbeard stops her. Again, nothing is shot like there's supposed to be any emotion behind it.
I'll go.
How much farther to the fountain?
Why was that even in the movie? But don't worry over explaining what should be really simple. That we got covered. For example, Blackbeard could tell Jack, jump or I'll shoot her. But instead, you see if you follow this.
Get me 6 more pistols, remove the shot from all but 2, but do not tell me which. You get to choose, Mr. Sparrow.
What? Can these movies do anything simple? If somebody wanted to wear a hat, they'd be like, oh, take the hat, turn it upside down, cut 5 holes in it, shit in it for 3 hours, and never recite a voodoo curse. That's part 1. Jack does eventually jump and says he's going after the ship that has 2 chalices. Meanwhile, our gender swap of shape of water continues as the missionary helps the mermaid after her case breaks. Oh, look, she turns human when she's on land. Hold my beer. And yeah, you know you've been doing these movies too long when you start reciting plot exposition on your own.
Santiago, famously captained by Ponce de Leon. Oh, there's no one there.
Okay.
He makes it to the ship, as well as Barbossa, and they discover the Spanish are searching for it too and have taken the chalices. Getting into bed with this corpse of a franchise. He teams up with Barbossa's crew, including Gibbs, to try and get the chalices back, and while doing so, he reveals his plight.
What's your play, Jack? There is a damsel. You're rescuing a damsel?
If there's a damsel in this series that always needs to be rescued, Jack, it's you.
Yeah.
I may have had, briefly, mind you, feelings. All right, feelings, damn you.
Oh yeah, these two have a ton of chemistry. The way they explain plot and... I don't know, can you think of anything else they did?
That must be them right there.
They find the chalices and manage to sneakily get them away.
What the fuck? Alright, we're near the end, but since he's doing a break there, I'm gonna briefly do one as well. There you are. Now I'm gonna make this very clear. I am choosing to promote my wife's Etsy shop on my own accord. She didn't make me do anything. She didn't even ask me to do it. I just offered to help her because I'm a supportive husband. That's what supportive husbands do. They help their wife if they think they need it, okay? Anyways, if you haven't already, why don't you check out some of her stuff. That is a sunflower pillow. It took her some time to make that, but I've seen it. It's really awesome. I'm actually going to take a closer look at it on here instead. See? Fits comfortably on the bed. Showing the size of the pillow. And there's the back of it, because, you know, the back of the sunflower is going to be green. So, yeah. Check out her Etsy shop. You'll get a nice comfy sunflower pillow. You'll get, and yeah, this is like the average price. She's not like overcharging or anything. In fact, she might be even undercharging for some of these. Coaster 6-pack. Check it all out. let's continue with the review.
They get captured though, but fear not, Barbossa's leg has another use.
Yeah, I always thought that was pretty funny.
It's official. He is the best character in all the movies. It's official. He is the best character in all the movies.
I gotta go back. Just look at.
Get captured though, but fear not, Barbossa's leg has another use.
He's like, oh my god.
It's official. He is the best character in all the movies. He also reveals that it was Blackbeard who took the pearl and shrunk it down into a bottle, and he wants to get revenge by killing him.
I'd give me left arm for a chance at Blackbeard.
Me left leg too. I could use some Jack Daniels in that one. Jack slips free and they take down the guards with... Why are soldiers so bad at fighting a rope? Do they need defense against lasso training or something? Jack regroups with Blackbeard to reach their destination, and while the entrance is a little cool, the fountain itself is pretty damn boring. This is like the Amazon version of a public school fountain. Does it taste like lead paint as well?
What the fuck?
Barbossa and the Spanish also show up, but before they fight, Jack has a plan to let Barbossa and Blackbeard duke it out.
Let them fight each other, while we lay back, watch, have a drink, play some wagers.
Naturally would prefer Jack's idea, but why give the audience what they want now? The missionary gets stabbed, so the mermaid takes him to... They never say, and honestly, I don't think anyone's ever cared enough to ask. And Blackbeard gets stabbed by a poisoned sword with clumsy-ass Angelica stabbing her hand too. Alright, they explain this so simply. One chalice gives you life, the other takes it away. The one with the mermaid's tear gives you life, but if you don't drink it at the same time, you turn into a pumpkin and the monkey becomes gremlins and... Oh, screw it. You know it's so Jack can trick Blackbeard into betraying his daughter and picking the wrong one. My god,
indeed.
that floats so naturally.
I do have to say, I like how Jack did it, though. Like how he was saying, oh yeah, that's the right one. And then, Blackbeard immediately drinks it. He doesn't care about, his daughter at all, even though his daughter needs healing too. And then Jack's all saying, oh, I mean, it might have still been the other one. It turned out to, be the other one.
He chose... poorly.
So what does he do with the woman he said he had feelings for like no other?
One pistol, one shot.
Love. Barbossa takes Blackbeard's ship. Jack gives honestly an okay speech about why he didn't drink from the fountain.
Better to not know which moment may be your last. Every morsel of your entire being alive to the infinite mystery of it all.
Yeah, also just doing this movie's math on how to drink from it would probably kill you anyway. And we end on the most underwhelming note any of these movies have ever ended on.
It's a pirate's life for me. Savvy.
Oh, are we done? That ended more like a Seth Rogen comedy than a Pirates film. Whatever. We didn't film it like it was the last one, so it won't be the last one. Oh, but don't get too comfortable, Jack, because that voodoo doll that barely did anything in this makes an appearance in the end credits. Oh, what crazy possibilities are in store for... We never see it again. Why do you keep pretending these are planned out?
I don't know.
And that was Pirates of the Caribbean... line. On Stranger Tides. Honestly, I think it could have been a lot stranger. I guess I can't say it's an awful movie because, in many respects, it doesn't try hard enough to be awful. I didn't like At World's End, but for all its faults, it did take risks. There was passion behind it. This one just leaves you with so little, especially in the memorable moments department. Nobody has any drive that comes across, with the exception of Rush, who's always entertaining as hell. It just feels like a Pirates sequel that exists just to be another Pirates sequel. I wasn't face-palming in pain watching it or anything, but is it better to get through a memorable disaster or stare blankly at nothing? I guess you can make the call on that, as Pirates Month is almost complete with one more film. So drink up, me hearties. It's a pirate's life for at least one more go. I'm a Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Oh, I thought he was going to come back.
Rewarded with the high station you so desire.
Zah.
We're still doing cameos for charity, and this month we're doing the Kennedy Krieger Institute. Home and Community Services, Education, and Research. It's an amazing... If you're like, nah man, I don't want a cameo from you, you suck. Well, consider checking out this organization anyway, because it really is a great place with great people. Take a look at all the various ways you can help out.
I can't just keep watching the same ad over and over. I mean, I'm happy that he's doing, charity. I'm curious about Shazam 2, that's for sure. I heard it actually bombed in the box office thus far, and I swear I turned off that damn whatever. Anyway, I seem to always change my appearance with every review, with every reaction, huh? Like I'm clean shaven, well, mostly clean shaven. Last time I wasn't. I think my hair was combed a little more last time, and not as much this time. Different clothes. Anyways, I don't agree with everything the Nostalgia Critic says, but I do think On Stranger Tides is the worst of the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Captain Jack Sparrow is great in it. Yeah, Johnny Depp, he's still amazing in it. He's amazing in all the films. Yeah, Jeffrey Rush is amazing in all the films. Barbossa is an awesome character, and I do find it to be an interesting twist to see Barbossa working for the British. It's an interesting twist. I'm kind of curious about like how that all happened. To be honest, I think you might have explained that to Jack, but I just don't remember. I'm kind of like with Doug Walker on this. I don't remember a whole lot from the film. The mermaids, that's the easiest part to remember. They left quite an impact. They would go from seemingly innocent to being very terrifying, and then there's that one much more innocent one that actually genuinely cares and doesn't want to be part of that. and yeah, Nostalgia Critic's right. It's not the first time there have been like evil killer mermaids. There was that old folk tale, fairy tale, whatever the hell it was, where mermaids would be sitting like on like a reef, like some rocks on the ocean, and be singing an alluring song to try to lure ships to them and all for their ships to crash into a bunch of rocks. So it's not the first time there's been evil mermaids. Just these ones are a lot more vicious. That reminds me, you know what? Now that he made that joke about Black Ariel and the new Little Mermaid, which I haven't seen. I saw the first trailer and I thought it was okay. I see why they picked her. She has a really good singing voice. But there's a new trailer that came out like a few weeks ago I haven't seen yet. But anyways, there's something really funny I saw. I'd have to look it up though. Well, no, I'll get to that later. But yeah. For much of what Nostalgia Critic has said, I agree. I mean, I remember Blackbeard. I of course remember him, at least existing, but I didn't remember much about him. I remember Angelica, that's her name. See, that's the thing. I actually always forgot Penelope Cruz's character's name. I always did. And you know what? Before I watched this, I forgot about the other guy, which is weird because that priest or whatever, that young religious nut. Oh, I guess he wouldn't qualify as a religious nut. Well, anyways, I should remember him because he had that love story with that more innocent mermaid. But that was interesting from what I remember when I first saw the movie. But I otherwise forgot about that guy. Like, I otherwise forgot he was there. The only interesting thing about him was his connection with that mermaid. It's it is a little disappointing I didn't really explore that more. That might have been really interesting. But yeah, Barbossa having that fake leg. using it to drink out of that was awesome. That is awesome, and especially how Jack is looking at him like like he's like wishing he had that exact thing. It's like that's so awesome. Anyways, yeah. Look, I like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. It's very entertaining. Obviously, I like Johnny Depp. I mean, the majority of my shorts are of Johnny Depp, and that's what's getting me views and subscribers nowadays. Anyways, it's actually giving me more monetization in general too. Um, but well, actually, to some extent, depends. Shorts don't monetize as greatly unless the views are really high. But and yeah, I like Jeffrey Rush as Barbossa. I haven't seen that many other roles that Jeffrey Rush has played, or maybe I just wasn't aware of them. I mean, I remember watching parts of Shakespeare in Love when I was like a child in the 90s, or maybe even as a teen in the early 2000s, but I didn't remember much of what I saw. I've heard it was a good movie, an entertaining movie, but I do remember Jeffrey Rush in a different film, The King's Speech. He was that speech therapist. That he was really great in that, actually. He really was. Um, anyways, that's going off topic. Ugh, stupid. No. God damn it. I gotta deal with this right now. My computer is such a pain in the ass sometimes. I actually went on Google to look up, can I get Windows 10 to stop telling me to update the damn computer or stop forcing the updates? And I followed every step and saw it right there, and it's like, oh, okay, so yes. Okay, so 12:11 a.m. Yeah, so it's never gonna be restarting. So, yes, I turned off restart notifications, automatic restarts, but this dumbass computer still wants me to restart. Like, god damn it. You know, it's like, dude, I turned that off. Stop with this shit. Windows 10, don't get me wrong, I like the interface, it works well, but it's annoying with the fucking updates. The goddamn fucking updates. They happen too often. And I've noticed that whenever I update the computer, it hasn't happened lately, but like several times when I've updated the computer, it runs like shit the next time I turn it on. And it's like, yeah, some update that was. It's running like fucking garbage. I mean, eventually it recovers and runs like normal again, but oh my god. Anyways, since we're on Stranger Tides, and Nostalgia Critic brilliantly put in that joke about Black Ariel from the upcoming Little Mermaid live action remake. I might have to go on Twitter to find this, but maybe I could just go on Google. George Takei Mermaid. Yes! Come on, come on. No, no, that's incorrect. Come on. Where is it? Ah, damn it, it's the wrong one. Ah, damn it. Okay, okay. Where is it? George Takei like made a really funny joke with using an image. Okay, George Takei Mermaid, not Little Mermaid. It's just Mermaid. God damn it! Where is it? George Takei is the Mermaid. Do I really have to go on Twitter to find this? Oh my god. All right. Maybe this might help with it a little bit. No, it doesn't help. It didn't. I didn't find it. Oh yeah, Halle Berry. People who got mad about this were so stupid that they complained at Halle Berry about it, even though, and she had to say like, hey, you know, thanks for letting me know how much you hate this role, but I'm not Halle Bailey, I'm Halle Berry. You know, stop talking to me about it. That shit was funny as hell. All right, I'm gonna try again. If I don't find it, all right, George Takei mermaid. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so it should be in this one. Wait, just wait till I play the Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's a good one. But there was supposed to be an image. There it is. There it is. Oh, I even was making posts about this too, even responding to it. Okay, so check this out. There, see, that's George Takei's face on one of the mermaids from from Pirates 4, and oh, okay, so actually it was my wife who made this. It was awesome. I believe she also made another one where she put my face on it, or yeah, see, just wait till I play the Little Mermaid, the best I could do, and then oh yeah, I believe. Oh my! There was another one where she put my face on it, and it actually looked pretty good, just like this one looks pretty good. And I think there's one where she put her face on it, but anyway, what a great way to make fun of the outrage over Ariel being black. Um, any, anyways, I, I'm sorry. Once Nostalgia Critic brought up that joke in his review, oh, don't worry, there are no black mermaids, no pointless outrage, or whatever his joke was. Um, I couldn't help it, man. I knew exactly what he was talking about. I think everybody watching, most people watching, would know what he's talking about. Um, but but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Click that bell icon to have me notifications. What did you actually think of? Uh, what did you actually think of on Stranger Tides? Do you think it's the worst Pirates film? Like I think it is. I don't know if Doug thinks it is, but I think it's the worst. There's a lot of stuff that's hard to remember from it. It's just not that memorable. It's just not that good. It's just not as entertaining. I mean, it has some entertaining parts. I mean, Captain Jack Sparrow is still entertaining throughout, and so is Barbossa. But the other characters just aren't really that interesting. Um, I do love how for the scene at the end when Jack leaves Angelica on the island, that scene was used in a short to have Angelica be a description of Amber Heard and Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, being himself leaving her. Um, I don't know what the short was called. I saw it. I saw it back when the. Sorry, I. Sorry about that. I saw it back when the trial was still going on. Speaking of trials, I'm considering some shorts related to the Gwyneth Paltrow trial, but I'm not sure. Um, I know a lot of people don't like Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm more neutral. Like, I know she's an amazing actress. Like, I think she's a great actress. She's really great at her job. But that Goop thing she founded sounds like a ripoff, or maybe even a scam for all we know. But, let her have her day in court. From what I've heard from Andy Signor on Popcorn Planet, it appears that the guy who accused her of really ruining his life after a ski crash from like years ago, his own witnesses are unreliable, and it's starting to look like that maybe Gwyneth Paltrow is innocent in all this. We'll see. Maybe she'll be guilty of something after all, but it's starting to seem like this guy's trying to get a quick cash grab by suing her. But we don't know. Wait until the trial's over. Anyways, that'll do it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon to add me notifications.